am Megan Hawkinson. I'm the Executive Director of Summit Academy. Summit Academy is an alternative school. We serve the 13 school districts in Boone and Winnebago County. A main role of the transition counselor is to help that transition both from their sending school and then when it's time for them to go back to their sending school. Just really making sure that their social and emotional needs are met in the transition in while they're here, and then the transition back to their sending school.
Hi, I am Meg Parker. I am the Student Transition Counselor for Summit Academy. So I meet with all students before they start with us through our orientation. I get to meet their families as well at that time. I also then get to work with them on an individual learning plan or a student success plan, and I follow their journey throughout Summit Academy. When I work with students from day one, we're going to be doing some goal setting. So I like to look at different aspects that they feel they want to work on. Things like academic goals, behavior goals, attendance goals, and the main focus is really on social emotional learning. We want our students to feel as though this is a brand new start for them, and we are guiding them through that journey. So being able to work with them and show them they're valued and important, and they do have a second chance at going back to their home school, feeling appreciated, then that is what we're going to work with every day here. And my goal setting program is a good way for them to keep track of where they're at.
So for a lot of our students that are coming to Summit Academy, they haven't left their sending schools on the best terms. The transition counselor piece is super important for helping them to integrate back into their sending school. The transition meetings that are held when they're ready to transition back, the students look forward to them. They involve the parents, they involve the schools from where they're going back to, the staff there, so that they can kind of see who the student has become while they've been at Summit, because it's not the same student that they sent to us in a lot of cases. They're coming back restored and refreshed and ready to learn.
So when we are goal setting, I'm asking them to consider things that may not be evident to them at first. So if we're talking about setting an academic goal, I really want to drill down to the specifics of what they actually need help with. This is going to help them learn how to advocate for themselves, and it's going to help them understand that little steps are what we're looking for instead of whole picture right away. So when we goal set with them, I'm going to return to them quicker than semester. We're looking at about every 6 weeks, so they can feel as though they're accomplishing something and they can continue to move forward. Several of our students have been able to go back to their home district to participate and try out for different sports. So we've had somebody that got to go back and try out for volleyball and made the team. We've also had somebody just recently in the past couple of weeks get to go back to a high school she hasn't stepped foot in, and she got to try out for cheerleading, and she also made the team. So being able to see these students accomplish something with their home school before they're even allowed to go back there, they have something even greater to look forward to when they're returning. So my role has really started creating stronger bonds with our sending schools. So we do have multiple districts, and I've been able to do principal meetings once a month to really start to inform them of what this role is to capture. So we really want to make sure that our families are included. We want to make sure that the students, when they're here, have a clear understanding of the guidelines their school is looking for. And we're really trying to focus on making sure that the teachers here are all working towards that similar goal that students have been setting themselves.
So for our students at Summit, some of them are transitioning back to a majority of them are transitioning back to their sending school. For some of our students, the transition is graduation, either through their sending school's diploma or a Summit Academy diploma. And for some of our students, it is entering into the workforce. Meg is a super important part of our team. Having that one person who is dedicated to the transition piece for the students was something that we were definitely missing before adding this position. Being able to have that person who their sole responsibility is helping those students to transition in and transition out of Summit and make their time here the most successful that they can be has been life-changing for a lot of students.
So when I first came to Summit, Miss Parker helped me like settle in, because I know her since like 5th grade. So she helped me settle in, know everybody, like know my teachers. And then she helped me throughout the year if I needed anything. And then now at the end of the year, she's helping me transition back to Jefferson after I didn't receive an email of the transition for the registration. She helped me by sending me a phone number to call and an email to help like get back.
She had helped me get into the cheer team for East High School. So yeah, I'm very proud of her. And she's very kind. She had helped me get comfortable with like the class, the school, the classmates, and now I'm good with all of them.
I do want to thank the Winnebago County Community Mental Health Board and the half-cent sales tax for allowing me to hold this position. Without this position at Summit Academy, I think that our students would really flounder going back to their home schools. Transitions are such a huge part of what this school is all about, and without your generous support, we would not be able to have this position for our students to feel safe and secure when they go home to their sending schools.